Hi, I just want to know how you felt about watching the fight the other night between Taylor and Ramirez. Your name has come up as a possibility for either or both, along with many, many other fighters who you get linked with. How do you think about what do you think about that whole process, and what did you think about that fight and projecting yourself against one of those guys?
Thank you, Mark, for the question. I honestly, I would say I don't, man. I've been so focused on myself lately that I don't focus on the fights and the competition that's going around. Put them in front of me and I'll beat them. That's my whole thing, and that's what I live off of. You know, Josh Taylor did what he had to do. It was a great fight, great event. Top rank and everything that they did. And kudos to them. The whole thing now is all about making those type of fights happen, and hopefully these guys are willing to step up. It's at the end of the day, I don't 16 fights in, I never said no to not one fight that was given to me. I'm a man of my word at the end of the day, and I carry my balls very, very, very tight. When I go in that ring. So, hopefully these guys they're already talking about moving up to 147 and everything. I can just sense the urgency of them not trying to want to fight me. So the whole thing is just one fight at a time. And hopefully we can make those fights happen. 135, I'm undisputed. He's Josh Taylor's at 140 undisputed. We can make those fights happen, and Teofimo will become two-time undisputed world champion back to back. Is the goal.
All right, thanks so much. Next up is Donna Corby.
Teofimo, just to follow up on that, of course, your name was almost mentioned as much as Ramirez or Taylor's over the weekend in terms of with regards to that fight. Do you think 2021 is a realistic timeline for when that mega fight could happen? And would you be willing to perhaps, I know he has talked about doing a gigantic stadium event in Edinburgh, doing it at Edinburgh Castle or at Easter Road. Would you be willing to come to the UK to take on Josh Taylor?
Oh no, not at all. I won't do it. I won't take the fight in the UK. Not because I don't believe that I will beat him in the UK. It's just the fact that I could just see how much of the animosity or just the way that folks are carrying that I'm not undisputed at 35. So I could just see the favoritism out there. That fight will be somewhere over here. And at the end of the day, man, I'm slowly becoming a cash cow in the division. These guys can make a better paycheck fighting me where I choose at the end of it. So, but I do eventually want to fight in the UK. That's something that I definitely want to go out there and do. However, I'm not gonna give anybody the upper hand on me. I've done it numerous of times. So the whole thing now is just about playing my cards right and just making those fights happen, though.